Hey guys, today I want to talk about how when you and I play small, we do not serve the world. We don't want to do that. We want to serve the world. My name is Lynn Schrader, and I empower men and women to step outside of their comfort zone and begin living a life that they could have never imagined. I love to ignite a fire and a passion in people who are ready for a change. So this topic of playing small, how it does not serve the world. I did a Facebook post about this last week, and it generated a big response, and it was something that was on my heart. And then, you know how you get those little God winks in your life when you know you're getting messages and you really need to pay attention to some things? Well, that's what happened, and it kind of verified or validated this topic of playing small does not serve anyone. And here's what happened. I was at our cabin taking a hike, and I was walking near a field of these, a giant field of widow's lace flowers. If you don't know what they are, Google them. Widow's lace, they're gorgeous, they're white. It was just a field full of them. And every so often you'd see these little pockets of this of a flower that would stand above the rest, like a foot above the rest. Field of them, but then there'd be pockets of them. And I looked at them, and it was like something was speaking to me, this God wink, and it was like, you gotta play big. You gotta play big, don't shrink. We are not meant to shrink. You and I are not meant to operate out of fear, out of this comparison-itis that so many of us do, where we're comparing everything that we do to somebody else. We are not meant to operate out of a lack of confidence or insignificance or this unworthiness or this less than attitude. When we do that, we let the world down. When we don't believe that we're made for a purpose, because you're made for a purpose and I'm made for a purpose. We were designed for a reason. When we do not believe that we are significant, when we do not believe that we are made for more, when we do not believe that it's perfectly all right to be perfectly imperfect, that we are 100% unique. When we don't believe that every single one of us has a unique fingerprint, when we don't believe any of that, then we let the world down. When we believe the lies that keep us from making a difference, lies like, I'm too young, or I'm too old, or I'm too ugly, or I'm too stupid, or I'm a has-been. When we believe those lies that have taken root in our brain, then we let the world down. When we settle for crumbs, when we adopt the mindset of this is as good as it gets, because it's not as good as it gets. When we adopt the mindset of que sera, sera. Whatever will be, you know, it's just going to happen. When we adopt that, when we do any of that, we let the world down. When we are so afraid to say anything that we say nothing at all. When we don't voice our opinions, whether it's just an opinion like, hey, I want to go here for lunch, or it's when we don't voice our opinion about an injustice. We let the world down. When we compare our bloopers, our mess ups, to someone else's highlight reel. Because, you know, if you go on social media, everybody has a highlight reel. But we're made full of bloopers. But when we compare our bloopers to someone else's highlight reel, then we let the world down. Where is it written that we are supposed to be perfect? Nowhere. It is unattainable. Perfection died on the cross. It's unattainable, and we need to stop apologizing for just being and being a mess up. It's not written anywhere that you are supposed to be perfect. when you and I revert back, has this ever happened to you? You get into an old situation, like you get back around family, or you get back around your high school or college friends, and you start reverting back to all of those things that you used to be. I don't know what they are, but we become this child again. We forget who we are. Then you and I let the world down. Is it just me, or do you start reverting back to some old behaviors just because you're in that same environment? When we do that, we're letting the world down. When we are too afraid to let go of the toxic people in our life. You know what a toxic person is? It's a toxic person is someone who does not support you. And I'm not talking about being a constructive criticism, but they don't support you for anything. They say they are your friend, but they really wish that you fail. They hope that you fail. Though a toxic person is someone who makes snide comments in the pretense that it was just a joke. A toxic person leads you down the wrong path. When you do not let go of the toxic people in your life, when I don't, we let the world down. When you and I use the word just, which is an overused word, when we use the word just, I'm just a mom, I'm just an assistant, I'm just a secretary, I'm just a babysitter, I'm just a waitress, I'm just a server, I'm just a bank teller. When we use that word just and we belittle ourselves, we let the world down. You know the word we need to use with just? Just do it. Like the Nike word. Just do it. You and I, let's draw a line in the sand. And let's say no more to any of this. Let's say move over small playing because big playing is moving in. You are a ninja. I'm a ninja. We have ninja superpowers. We have done great things in our life, but for some reason they get covered up. Let's refuse to wade in the kiddie pool or the shallow end anymore in this life, and let's dive into the deep end, as scary as it is. No more kiddie pool. We can expect great things when we play big in life. And it becomes a domino effect because you want to pay those big things forward. And people look at you and they want what you have because they see this confidence, and that serves the world. And we can be an army of playing big people, and we can change the world one confident person, one confident act at a time. And by the way, when I say we can expect great things, I'm not talking about money. It could be. I'm talking about great things like somebody speaks a word of affirmation to you, or somebody speaks into your life in some way that is profound, or somebody gives you wisdom, or somebody does an act of service for you. Those are all great things. And that's what we can expect when we play big. There's a poem that I want to read really quick, and then I have a homework assignment for you. And by the way, so I can tell you all of these things. You and I need to do this. We need to do this. We don't serve the world when we do this. So how do we change, right? How do we change? It begins with you recognizing that we're playing small, and we played small too often. And it's that recognition that then leads into, I need help. I need help. I don't want to live like that anymore. And I personally am a coach, and I coach women, especially on these subjects all the time. So get help. And I'm not saying come to me. If you want to, great, but get help and say, I don't want to wave the white flag anymore. I'm not surrendering to the smallness. I want to live big. That's what you can do. That's what you can do. Do not let this video just end and then you revert back to what you've been doing. Get help. Talk to a friend. Talk to a coach. Talk to a counselor, and refuse to play small anymore. You are a ninja. You have great things. So here's a poem, and then I want to give you a little assignment. And it's by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I? Who am I to be brilliant, to be gorgeous, to be talented, to be fabulous? And actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates us. I love that. I love that. It is you and my time to shine. So here is homework. Here's your homework. I want you to collect, and this is actually in one of the courses that I have out there to the public. It's in one of my courses, and I've done training on this. But collect an evidence file. Go back in your brain, in your past, and pick out all the ninja things you've done, all the big things you've done. There's more to you than meets the eye. Build a ninja evidence file. Write down 5 things that you have done that are just incredible, and they can be big or small. You gave a speech in front of 5 people. You gave a speech in front of 55 people. You invited someone over to your house for coffee, and you are usually very shy. Create a ninja evidence file of all the great big things you've done, and then look at that as proof that you can do it again. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, and you know somebody who could stand to listen to it, watch it, pay it forward, and share this video or tag them below. And I'll put this poem in the comment section below, and if you want to check out my blog, there is something on there about I believe the evidence file and some of the courses that I do have out. And thank you so much for watching. Play big. You were meant for more. Thank you so much for watching.